Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video we are doing a pattern haul and a What You Working On Wednesday. So before we get started, go ahead and hit the like button and the subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into this video. All right, so before we get started, I'll set up all my What You Working On Wednesdays the same. I'm gonna give you that table of content. I'll be telling you what I worked on this week, what's coming up this week, also do a pattern haul, and I'll let you know the Joanns patterns that's on sale this week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into what I sewed this week. All right, so what did I sew this week? So I sewed a total of 4 items this week, actually 3 items this week. So over the weekend, I worked on McCalls 7135, the dress, the wrap dress, and I have like a love-hate relationship with it, which I'll go ahead and put photos up so you can see what the dress looked like. So I don't like this dress, to be honest. And I don't think it's a pattern issue. I just think it's my own issue. For this dress, it did not fall the way that I wanted it to fall at the skirt area. So I did the best that I could as far as the photos and give the dress some oomph or whatever, but this was a dress I did not like. I know it's going to go in the donate bucket with all the rest of the stuff that I am donating at the remainder of the year. But it was just one of those things I did not like. I did not care for this dress. However, I love this fabric. So I'm kind of like up against the fence on if I want to donate it or if I want to keep it because I love the fabric and just basically belted. Always wear it with the cardigan that I made with it or whatnot. But it's McCalls 7135, which is the first thing that I worked on over the weekend. The next thing that I worked on over the weekend as well was the bodysuit. So Monday, I posted the bodysuit with the wide leg pants. I have the bodysuit on today. Yes, so basically the bodysuit, the fabric is from Joanns. It's like a jersey knit, I believe is what it is. I think Joanns has it under printed knits. But this is from Joanns. I picked up roughly about 3 yards, I believe. I do not have any more left whatsoever because I used the same fabric as the crotch lining. So instead of using tree coat in order to line my bodysuit, I went ahead and used the same fabric to line it because I didn't see what was the point of cutting some tree coat for a little strip versus me just sewing the same fabric for my crotch lining. Sometimes you can do that, and that is a tip. If you would like to do a lining, you could line it with the same fabric that you have if you do not want to buy lining fabric like me. I do have tree coat, but I'm using it for other things that I want to line that's knit. So that was the bodysuit, and I also sewn wide leg pants. The wide leg pants is utilizing Simplicity 8985, which is the Mimi G pattern. I used this purple linen fabric from Joanns as well. I picked up roughly 9 yards. So I know it's a lot, and I think for the pants I only used roughly about 3 yards of fabric. Now I did do a modification to the pants, and that was to shorten the pants length by, I went up approximately, I want to say 3 or 4 inches. So when you measure from your waist all the way to the bottom of the pattern, which is what I did, it measured roughly about 47 inches. Well, I wanted a total of 43 inches, which would have been cutting 4 inches off the bottom. However, I did add that 2 inch. So basically I wanted them 41 inches total after the hem allowance of 2 inches. So that's why it was 43. Once you do the 2 inch hem allowance, my pants ended up being a measurement of 41 from my natural waist all the way down to how long I wanted. It was 41 inches. So that was the wide leg pants, and I love the wide leg pants. The only thing I need to do is close up the back, which is putting in a hook and eye. I did not do that because I know I wanted to take pictures, and that's an easy hurry up and hand sew and you're good to go. So it was no big deal that I didn't have the hook and eye in, but I will go ahead and put it in before I wear them anywhere. I just took photos outside and then came back in the house and changed because I had to go and run and pick my kids up from school when I did the photos Monday. So that's why I went ahead and put it back on today to wear it today. And I still need to finish sewing the hook and eye onto the pants. So those are the items that I made this week. Now that I talked about what I made this week, let's go ahead and get into what's coming up this upcoming week. All right, so this week into the weekend will be busy because I know next week is Thanksgiving. So one thing that I want to work on this week is my shirt dress. So the pattern that I will be using for that shirt dress is Simplicity 8221. I have a lot of time to get it sewn on Wednesday, which is today. So, and on Thursday as well, which is tomorrow. I have time to get them done, get half of it done on Wednesday and then the other half done on Thursday. Why I keep saying Wednesday, like today is not Wednesday. So I'm gonna work on it today as well as tomorrow, Thursday, in order to finish this. Now I am filming this video Tuesday night into Wednesday morning to get it edited and uploaded in a couple of hours. So I keep saying Wednesday because this is done late at night Tuesday, almost Wednesday morning, okay? Also, another thing that I want to work on is the next sew along. So the next sew along that I'm planning on doing is, if you go back to one of my pattern sales, I said if I get 100 likes on the video, I will do a sew along for one of the patterns. Also, if you looked at the, I believe it was the Corella DeVille jacket, which was a sew along, I did do a sneak peek of the next pattern that I will be doing a sew along for. That pattern is Simplicity 9206, which is pajama. So basically it's like a two-piece pajama set, which I will go ahead and post here. And I know it's for a men, and my husband will not wear no flannel pajamas whatsoever. He says it's too hot. So I'm still going to do the sew along. I'm gonna make it for myself to wear, and I'll make him some later on when I can find some fabric that's much lighter for him to wear. So that would be the next sew along. I'm hoping to have that up over the weekend into next week, but once it goes live, you will see it. So make sure you have those notifications turned on in order for you to see that sew along. All right, so now that I talked about what's coming up this upcoming week, let's go ahead and talk about Joann's sale this upcoming week. So I did receive my flyer, and I received my flyer Monday. Okay, so listen, the sale started Thursday of last week, November 11th to November 23rd is what the flyer says. I just received my flyer Monday. So all the pattern sales for last week, I would have missed if I didn't have some incredible subscribers that literally told me what the sale is. So now I'm going to Joann's ad to see what the sale is. So let's talk about the sale from Joann's this week. All right, so I checked my Joann's flyer, which this is the flyer right here for this week. And I'm telling you, my flyer does not have a pattern sale this week. So this week, Thursday, all the way up until next Wednesday, the 22nd, there are no pattern sales in my flyer. Now, if your flyer says that it's a pattern sale, or you see, if you go to your local Joann's and you see a sale, please screenshot it and send it to me DM on IG, Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and let me know so I could tell everyone else, because it is not a sale from Thursday, tomorrow, to next Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Now, being that it's not a sale this week over the weekend, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a pattern sale starting Black Friday. So you may want to be on the lookout for that next Wednesday. If I get a sale ad over the weekend into next week, I will be sure to make sure, and I will make sure that I tell that pattern sale. However, I will be going to my local Joanns to see what is the next sale coming up for that week. So stay tuned for that. Now that I talked about the Joanns pattern sale, which right now we don't know what the sale may be over the weekend or into next week, let me go ahead and show you the patterns that I picked up over the weekend doing the Simplicity and Quick Sew $1.99 sale. All right, so I picked up roughly 13 patterns. And all of these are winter 2021 patterns. So let's get right on into it. I don't want to waste no time. The first one, and I will put all of these on the screen so you can see them. The first one that I picked up is 9431. This is a hooded wearable blanket. It's a unisex one, unisex and teens. Now I picked it up not because it's Care Bears. I could literally care less about Care Bears. I watched it when I was a kid, but that's not why I picked it up. I picked it up because I love onesies in the wintertime. So I figured it would be so fun to do a onesie. Now the fabric that you can use is fleece. So I would be doing this in a fleece, like a bright tie-dye type fleece fabric for this. You need hood lining, like cotton type fabric in order to do the hood lining. And then for the notions, you would definitely need a pack of a 1/2 inch wide single fold elastic for view D if you decide to do view D. So that's the reason why I picked this up. This is Simplicity 9431. So all of these are Simplicity, so I'm just gonna tell the number from here on. The next one I picked up is 9442. This is a hugging plush animal. The fabric options that you would need would be fleece for this, and you would also need some felt if you're going to do the eyes and the nose applique. Now for me, I picked this up for my kids because they love stuffed animals, and I think my son would like view C on the pattern, and my daughter would like view A on the pattern. So that's the reason why I picked it up, for like a little huggy plush animal for both of them. So I may get around to this during the winter time when I have 2 weeks out for Christmas. I don't know, but this is 9442. The next one I picked up 2 of these patterns. It's 9450. So the reason why I picked up 2 is because I need one size for my top, and I think that's the lower sides, like the 6 to 14 for the top, and then for the skirt I needed a bigger size, which is 16 to 24. So that's why I picked up 2, because I did not want to do any, basically have to grade and all that stuff. It's just easier to pick up 2 when they're on sale for $1.99 versus all that grading and taking more time. So that's why I picked up 2, and this is 9450 Mimi G pattern. Now I plan on doing the shorter view for the skirt, but bring it all the way down to my knee. And then for the top, the one with the hood. So that's what I plan on doing for that. This is BD is what I plan on doing for the view for that pattern. The next one I picked up is 9451. Now this is a knit top as well. You will need some type of knit, stretch knit, in order to construct this top. Now me, I picked it up because I like view A, that ruche effect. I love that. So that's probably the view that I will be doing when I get around to this pattern, and it's 9451. Next pattern I picked up is 9452. It's an easy to sew pattern. Now I love the statement sleeve of view C. So that's the reason why I picked it up. It wasn't for, so listen, when I look at patterns online or even in store, I look at the line drawing online. And then if I'm looking in a pattern book, which I rarely do because I look online before I even go to the store. So I'm in and out. I don't have time to sit down, look in the book, and then buy countless numbers of patterns because you looked in the book. So what I do is I go in there with a list of exactly what I need. And when I looked online for this pattern, looking at the line drawing instead of the front of the pattern, this one was calling my name, which is view C, and this is 94.52. The next one I picked up is kind of like a mommy and me. It is a mommy and me. It's 94.54. Now you guys remember me saying that I will not be doing mommy and me's this upcoming year for my daughter because she's gonna be turning 12. So I just think it's time to stop that now. However, I may make something for her off of this pattern, but it won't be like a mommy and me. It'll be just kind of making stuff for her to utilize some fabric that she has that's in my stash, by the way. But I do want to make view A for myself. But this is 94.54. You can use cotton fabrics for this, and the details on this pattern is children and Mrs. dressed in top. I would probably use cotton fabric for this because I do have a lot of cotton in my stash, but this is 94.54. The next pattern is 94.55. So this is a basically family knit pants and top. Yeah, I think it would be great to do as, you know, for the entire family, to be honest with you. You will need knit in order to sew this top together, but this is 94.55. To sew the pattern together. I'm sorry, not just the top, but the whole pattern you need knits. The next pattern is 94.56. So like the last pattern that was the Care Bears, I seen it for the onesie. That's why I picked it up. For this pattern, you will need stretch knits only, such as fleece, sweatshirt fleece, terry knit, or minky. And also you will need rib knits for the sleeve band. I like the oversized style of this pattern, but this is 94.56 and can't wait to make it. The next one is 94.57. It's the easy to sew men's vest. You can use corduroy, flannel, basically any type of woven fabric for this pattern. Now for me, I picked it up because I like view C on the pattern, and that's the view that I plan on doing when I get around to this pattern. It's 94.57. Next pattern is 94.58. It's a Norris Dante Ford for Mimi G for Simplicity pattern. This is a knit jacket and pants. I have a pattern that's similar to what's on here. If you guys remember Mimi G's, I think it was Simplicity 8750. It reminds me of those pants. So he added a zipper to it. So I like that. I like that. And I went ahead and picked it up. Even though I have a pattern that's similar to the pants that he has on. It's 94.58. Next pattern, children's pattern, is 94.61. Every year I make my daughter a coat for winter, so it's no different. I think I want to make her one in fleece. So I will probably use fleece in order to make her this coat. And now my plan is to do view C on the pattern. So yeah, this is 94.61. And the last pattern I picked up is 94.62. It's an easy to sew pattern. It's like a mommy and me, children's and Mrs. lounge dress or nightgown, you could pretty much say. I plan on using flannel for this pattern, but you could definitely use cotton. I think for me, I would probably sew view B on the pattern. I like the sleeves on this pattern. But yeah, this is 94.62. Well, that's all the patterns that I picked up at Joann's over the weekend. That's all that I have for you. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So until next time, keep sewing.